imagine it doesn't get old. What's it like to face your big brother?
Yeah, it's always pretty cool, especially at this level. I've played him a lot of times in junior, and I think it's the 4th time now, so I'm getting used to it more like it's a game right now, and just got to prepare like that.
Do you guys chirp each other on the ice?
No, he doesn't. No, we don't even talk to each other. Yeah. So.
Not at all?
No, not at all.
Okay, do you like that? You prefer it that way?
Yeah, he likes that, so I guess we'll go with like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't really talk much on the ice, so that's just how he is. Whether it's a buddy of his or anything, he doesn't say anything till after the game, so just keep it like that.
Do you guys talk about your showdowns like in the summer, reflect on it, share memories?
No, I don't think he definitely wanted to reflect the last time, so.
Right.
But not just that, I think we've won every time, so I don't think, I want to keep it that way, so hopefully get the 5th win today.
How are you guys similar as personalities?
I think we're pretty competitive and dedicated. I think that's one instance. I think once you get to know us, we're pretty humorous and like to have fun, and I think in that way we're similar. As far as on the ice, we got some similarities but more differences, obviously, but I would say for the most part competitive and have some humor to it, I guess.
He played last night, and you had a chance to talk to him at all before the game?
Not really. Usually I would probably meet him the night before if it wasn't back to back, but nothing before.
What have you heard from him about the season Dallas has had?
They're having a great year. I think if you look at the line, it's pretty stacked. They're pretty deep from 1 line to the 4th line. And, I think he's happy where they're at. I think they're going to be a deep team, and again, it'll be a good test for us tonight.
What's the feel with Gregor on your line?
A lot of speed. I like playing with Greg. Again, with Yarny out, he kind of complements what Yarny brings with his speed, and I'm just happy to have him on the line too. We complement each other with our speed, and just our line needs guys like that, and he fits perfectly.
The team in general has been better on the road in terms of record than at home. What's the key, do you think, getting on track in this building?
I don't know. I think I guess just playing like an away game. I don't know, just playing like you got no. Anyways, I just think. I don't know. I think when you're playing at home, you can maybe become lackadaisical and too comfortable. I think when you're away rink, you kind of get going and you try to, you don't have a crowd to, back you up. So I don't know. I just think it's the record the way it is. I think we just gotta, come out playing pretty hard and continue that through 3 periods and hopefully not carry it in overtime. We want to get these regulation wins.
How important is this stretch for the team?
It's really important. I think these are playoff type games. I think teams that are, in a battle like us have to. Compete every night, have to play. So, we can't take a back seat and go in cruise control on these games. We got to win these games, especially in regulation. I think, we don't have that many regulation wins. I think if we turn those even OT wins to regulations or OT losses to regulation wins, we could be in a different spot. But we are where we are, and I think we got to focus on getting wins, obviously, but trying to get in regulation as well.
What stands out about Jason Robertson?
He's a skilled player, just like Nick. I think that they know how to score goals and know how to beat goalies clean. And it's the kind of guy that you need to shut down and make sure he's not getting good chances in front of our net.
What stands out most about him in particular?
I think his goal scoring ability. I think he, like I said, he can just beat goalies. Like the way he scores 5-hole, the way he can manipulate a shot. I think he works hard too. I think he's a buzzsaw and he's just kind of hard to handle out there.
What makes the 5-hole kind of shot impressive for him?
I don't know how he does it, to be honest. It's just so clean and always so perfect, and just always beats the guy by the stick. And I'm pretty amazed by it. I want something like that, but it's pretty fun to see.
First full pro season, Matt, how are you adjusting the rigors now that we're about 50 games in? I don't think you've ever played quite that many games in the season.
Yeah, it's been my longest season so far, but I think we just had that week break that I could, kind of let loose and just kind of get my energy back and catch up on some sleep and just get all that back. And so I feel refreshed. I'm just ready for the second half. I think it hasn't really felt too long to me. I think I have enough energy, and I like to think I'm a young kid that can keep going and just find on a daily basis.
This year more than ever, what have you learned about rest and recovery and kind of what it takes to play in this league and kind of away from the ice?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, that's the main fundamentals of playing at this high level is just taking care of yourself off the ice. Taking care of yourself. The 22 hours that we're not playing. I think I've taken a lot from the older guys in our locker room to how to prepare myself better and how to recover, and so I'm always learning, always kind of tweaking stuff, trying to kind of find the routine for me that lets me perform at the highest level.
What sort of impressions did you get watching your 4 All-Stars in the All-Star game, and the skills, and specifically Marner and Matthews?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool to watch them out there, and obviously with the celebrities there too. I mean they made it a pretty good, entertaining show, and yeah, I'm just happy for them. It was pretty exciting to watch, and to say you play with those guys, it's pretty cool.
You mentioned catching up on sleep during the break. I'm curious, what's the challenge like during the grind of the season? I know it can be tough to get to bed when you're after a game. You got all the energy. Like, what's that aspect of it been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hit it on the head there. It's pretty challenging after games to fall asleep, but I don't know, you gotta find ways to recover better, whether it's taking a nap during the day or just going in the tubs or just using the resources we have here. I think it makes it a little easier, but yeah, there's things like that I have to adjust to, but still getting used to it, and it's been getting better throughout the season.
There's a lot of guys on the team that feel like are a bit snake bitten right now, including yourself. Like, what's the key secret for you to work your way through an offensive slump when you're going through it?
Yeah, I think we got to stick to what we're doing. I think everyone's getting chances. I think I'm getting chances around the net. I'm getting shots and creating opportunities. I think it's just a matter of execution and just getting the bounce. I think with those opportunities coming, it's just a matter of time, and I think we're all itching to score and kind of contribute. But I just got to stick to the little things that I do well and the little details, and I think it'll just come.
Are you superstitious at all? Sorry, Matt?
No, I try not to be, because I don't want to fall out of something and feel like I'm missing something. So I try not to be too superstitious, but there's definitely a few things that I just find myself doing repetitively. So.
What about the next 30 games? Do you focus your game any differently in one particular area?
I think just being better on the walls, getting off the boards in the O-zone, and just doing well with managing the puck on the defensive side on the boards, and just making sure I make simple plays around those areas, around the lines, and I think that's just gonna kind of make us play more offense and stay out of our D zone more often, and so just those two little things I think I can kind of make some improvements in, and I think that's what I'm trying to look forward to doing these next 30 games, is to just do better on those walls.
You made that nice play to Austin in the corner of the game. How shocked were you to see it go post crossbar, post and back?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it that close. I think I've only seen it once, and that was on TV. It's pretty crazy watching that clip. You don't even see the puck when it hits the first post after. It's just right on the goal line there. But yeah, that's unfortunate. It's a bad bounce for us for sure.
Why do you think the team has had more success on the road this season than at home? Is there anything from the road mentality you can bring into this building?
I don't think it has anything to do with the atmosphere where we're at. I think it's just a matter of the bounces and when we're playing well and when we're catching fire, and so I don't think it has anything to do where we are, where we're playing. I think we just gotta take each game as another momentum, and as another 2 points that we can kind of add on, and so yeah, it's not really where we are. I think it's just we gotta focus on how we're playing.
What do you got to be aware of tonight against the Stars? What's the biggest challenge?
No, they're a great team. I mean, you look at their lineup. They got 4 lines. I mean, they roll them, and they come at you in waves. So a lot of depth, and they play as a team, which is the big reason why they've had so much success. Obviously, Pete's got them all dialed in there, really good defensively, and I mean, I'm not sure who's playing tonight, whether it's Otter or Wedgie, but both goalies. So it's going to be a good test for us tonight, and looking forward to it.
Does it mean you face the Max, obviously one of your former teams here, and some success with them?
Sorry?
Success with them and one of your former clubs, so what does it mean to see them on the other side tonight?
Yeah, no, it's always fun when you get to play against your buddies and your old team. We had a pretty fun run last year, a couple wins away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals, so didn't quite get the job done, but learned a lot, and I mean, it was a lot of fun. So nothing but great memories in Dallas, great fan base there, and awesome group of guys. So definitely happy I got the chance to play with them, but no friends out there tonight, that's for sure.
What do you think the run did for you? What did you learn from it?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get to play in games like that, you're just, it's like every single day you're growing as a player and definitely as a person. So I think when you get chances to play in conference final games against the team that ends up winning the Stanley Cup, and you're playing a pretty big role there. It builds a lot of confidence, and when you get that trust from the coach and all that stuff, that's what the best time of year to play hockey, and I enjoyed it. So, like I said, really bitter and sour about how we didn't get the job done, but grateful for what I was able to pick up and learn along the way and the friendships I built.
Feels like a lot of guys on the team right now are kind of snake bitten, going through dry spells offensively. For you, what's the secret or what's the key to getting through something like that?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of a bunch of things for sure. Just keep working hard and getting the reps in practice, and find a way to get that confidence back. Obviously, just waiting for that opportunity to get in there and make the play you got to make and get put in the situation to make that play. So whenever that time comes, you got to be ready to go. So I think the best way to do that is to work as hard as you possibly can, and on and off the ice, and get your mental reps in and be ready to go.
How much different do you find the games to be in your career once you get past the All-Star break and you can kind of see what's ahead?
Yeah. Yeah.
The style of game, how much different is it?
Oh, it's night and day. I mean, obviously you have to play 82 games to get into the playoffs, and there's a reason for that. That's the schedule. But the second half, in particular the last third of the season, is the hockey that matters the most, because that's when, every team is playing at their best. Everyone's getting hungry to keep chipping away at whatever part of the standings they're at, to either get into the playoffs or create some separation or whatever it might be. And guys are fighting for jobs on teams that might be out of it. So you're getting the best hockey possible from now until the end of the year. And teams are gearing up for playoffs. And as we all know, once you get to the playoffs, it's like a chess match. So there's not many mistakes made out there. And not that there is in regular season, but there's certainly a little bit more. So the margin for error is just getting slimmer and slimmer as the days go on. And that's the fun part, and that's also the challenge.
What was the mindset in the room, right? The month away from the deadline, there has to be in the back of minds of or even the room collectively. How much is that different from when you come back after the break?
Yeah, that's kind of irrelevant. To be honest, that's just part of the business. So whatever happens at that point. But you're just focused on yourself and where you fit in with the team and what the team needs you to do. And every night is a new challenge, because you got to pull your weight and be ready to go. And like I said, the other team's gonna be doing the same thing. So it's like a war out there every night, which is good.
Why do you think the team hasn't had the same success at home versus the road? Is there anything you can take from the road mentality you guys have had and apply here, or what's your perspective on that?
I'm sure there's a few things, but listen, when you get on the road, sometimes you're just playing a little bit more free, there's certain aspects of the game where you start playing and you're not thinking, and everyone's getting into the game, everyone's kind of chipping in their own way, and sometimes at home, for whatever reason, we get a little bit disconnected in some ways here or there. And then we could be in control of a game, then we're not. So there's just things that we can clean up, and we all know in-house what that is, and we'll just be better at that every single night.
It was 48 years ago tonight. Daryl Sittler had his 10-point game.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. With today's goaltending
That's cool.
And systems and that, do you think that'll ever be broken?
No, no chance. Maybe, I guess. You look at McDavid. Yeah, you look at McDavid and the stuff this guy can do. Might be able to do it. McKinnon, obviously. Some of the stuff he's doing. Some of the guys we got here with Austin, Mitch, Willie. You never know what could be done. I think it'd be really cool. But no, I'm not going to hold my breath. That's for sure. That's pretty impressive. What Sittler was able to do back then. That's all world for sure.
Any similarities between the Robertson brothers? Getting to know them both.
They both like to shoot and they both like to score goals. But no, I love them both. They're both great guys, and both great hockey players, but great teammates as well. So it'll be fun for them tonight, I'm sure. And I think I remember seeing some clips where Nick has scored some big goals and had some big plays against his big bro. So I'm looking forward to that tonight.
First starter tonight, Sheldon, in net.
Samsonov, yeah.
When you have a bunch of guys who are going through kind of offensive dry spells, what can you do as a staff to jumpstart that?
Just show them the opportunities they're getting, the chances that are there, and you just got to stay with it. There's nothing else you can do. I do think we've had a number of chances, or we've had no issues generating scoring chances. That's for it to go over the line is you just got to be persistent, stay with it, shoot the puck, be assertive, guys away from the puck, disrupt the goaltenders, all those kind of things. That's all you can do, and then at the same time, recognize that while you're going through that, you got to give up less if you want to win games. So that's the balance that you've got to strike there. But generating the scoring chances has not been a problem for us. So we just got to stay with it.
What do you see on Dallas, the challenges that they'll present tonight?
Just very deep team, 4 lines, 6D. They play hard, good structured, very dangerous team on the rush. Don't give you much in their own zone, all that kind of stuff. Significant challenge that way. It's a great opportunity, another good team coming in here. I thought we played them well when we were down in Dallas, but that's a very long time ago, Game 7 of the season. So it's a good chance for us to respond from not getting any points the other night.
This time of year, it seems to change the game a little bit. What do you want your team to be focusing on here in this final 30?
Consistency. That's been the name of the game for us. Like whether it's you look at the season as a whole, we've been all inconsistent with our play, and then even within games. We. Like I said the other night, we play well enough to win, and playing well enough to win to me is doing a lot of good things. Otherwise, you're not even in the game. You're chasing the game, and you're letting the opposition pull away from you. Look, we've been good in games, and then we let it get away on us. Like that's just doing consistently. That's the difference between the top teams, the elite teams, and everybody else in the league is consistency. So that's really what we're seeking, and we've gone through it. We've gone through it just even yesterday and again this morning. Different pieces where, we look disconnected and unorganized, and that's what opens the door for the opposition. But then we show a number of clips where we're really good and it looks the way it's supposed to, and we're controlling the game and we're in the game, and I think we've done that a lot here of late. We've been in every game, if not leading. The game's right there, or it's been tied, it's been low scoring. We've done a pretty good job of managing that, and then obviously the Winnipeg game there was a really good indication of what we can do and kind of closing the game. It's just the consistency piece for me, and that's what we've been talking a lot about, is just staying with it.
What was the thought process behind moving Robertson over to the right-hand side?
I think he's got. Somebody had to do it, first of all, and Gregor's been over there a lot. And I think Gregor's been better on the left side, and Robertson, to me, just with his skill set and the way he can shoot the puck and getting his stick to the inside off of entries and coming off the walls, could help him. And then also I think there is an advantage. If there's one true advantage of playing on your offside, it's on the breakout. A lot of pucks will come up the boards against the pinch and those kind of things. Your stick is on the wall and you can protect it, which I think Robbie and like any young player, that wall play in your own zone is a great challenge at the NHL level. So that's an area we think that it could perhaps help him, but it's more so just kind of weighing, the pros and cons for each guy. When you're down a right winger like we are with Yarncroc.
It's only one game without David Kampf, but what's the challenge on face-offs? Certainly John won some big ones, power play, but defensively, I guess. Yeah,
it's less about face-offs for me as it is just another guy, another presence that you can put on the ice in any situation. I thought you really felt it through the game the other night, but especially once we made the game 2-2. Now you're getting down to the final minutes, and you lose a guy like not just him, but it's him and Yarncroc. Now it's more of a challenge. Like we didn't have Yarncroc in Winnipeg, but we had Kampf, and I thought it was certainly a lot more manageable. But the penalty kill, I thought the guys did a good job out there. Whether it was Willie right away stepping up and taking that initial face-off for us, and and the other guys that filled in, I thought, did a good job. So we need to get more from our bottom guys, and this is a group here tonight, but more so than the team we had the other day with the Islanders. They're going to use 4 lines. They're going to have everybody involved, and there's not a lot of easy shifts against this team. So we're going to need all of our guys through the lineup to be good tonight.
You talk a little bit about just how at times there is disconnect with the players. How can they stay connected throughout a game always consistently?
There's a mental component to it. Recognition, awareness, all those kind of things, whether it's late in the game, like the other night, or if it's late in the power play, such as the play with the power play guys that were out there and Liljegren coming on the ice late and, being the only defenseman having greater awareness. So there's all those pieces, and obviously as coaches, we got to roll the play into helping them with that as well.
Why do you think the team has had more success on the road versus in this building? Have you found the consistency being a bigger challenge here?
Yeah, it's hard to figure with that, right? I don't know specifically if there's anything you can point at that shows the difference of home or away, other than the obvious pieces. When you're on the road, you're a little different routine, different schedules, and different. Obviously, you're sleeping in hotels versus sleeping at home, and all those kind of things. You're together as a group, but I don't know if you can point to one thing. It's just a matter of us. I think even though we've gotten some better results on the road, we've played some good games, no question. I still think there's inconsistencies are there on both venues, whether we're home or away. I think the old cliche part of it perhaps would be that you focus a little bit more on just playing a good hard road game and simplifying things and all of that kind of stuff. Or at home, perhaps you're trying to do a little more, or trying to show well and get leads and play ahead and do all those sorts of things, where there's an extra bit of patience that's required to play on the road that maybe it's a little harder to get at home. So we have talked about some of those sorts of things, but I don't know. It's the kind of thing that can flip at any time, I believe.